Oh, I see Ann there, Ann Clabon. I know we've had a couple of brief conversations here. Would you like to say anything? Tell us about what you're doing. I know you got some exciting things you got planned here for our area. You've got some big visions and some really nice things going.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Um, I created a nonprofit 501(c)(3) called Gateway Rehab Foundation, and it's all about acquiring properties, rehabbing them, and selling them to low to moderate income home buyers. So one of the first things I did is I went and talked to Kim over at Habitat for Humanity and Chris at Beyond Housing. Those are other nonprofits in the area. And what they do is get people qualified for affordable housing, but there's not enough affordable housing. So that's where Gateway Rehab Foundation will come in, and we will provide the housing for them. And so we're going to have two ways of doing that. One, we're going to do prefab housing new, and then the other is we're working with the city and the county of St. Louis, and we're also going to be working with Ferguson, and there was another one that I had talked with that they have their own properties that they take for whatever reason, taxes, or they didn't keep the property up, and then they need someone to come in and fix those up. So we're going to be acquiring properties all over the place in Missouri and in Illinois, to try to just to try to get those areas remodeled and homes in there, because there's a lot of streets in the city where there's like one house on a whole block and just land. And so we want to put homes in there and put people in there and try to, work in revitalizing the city. And so I have a little short presentation that I would like to show you guys. It's just a slide. And if that's okay, I would need you to share and let me pull that up.
Sure, Ann, you should be able to share right there. Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. This one. Right. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so Gateway Rehab Foundation was started back in 2003, 2004, and we have been doing educational seminars, teaching people about budgeting, financing, and I have gone to like churches and other organizations that allowed me to do a presentation to try to teach people how to budget, how to prepare, how to save, to buy a house, and all the stuff that you need to know to do um, to keep your home up and stuff like that. And so our vision is to create options for families in Missouri and Illinois in the areas of affordable, well-maintained homes, revitalizing neighborhoods, and a strong foundation to help troubled youth become the leaders of tomorrow. So we have, and the mission of Gateway Rehab Foundation is to liberate despondent neighborhoods and revitalize them with remodeled and updated homes, giving clients the knowledge through training, counseling, and financial assistance they need to make the choice of becoming a homeowner. And so this all was created because I grew up in North City, and the decline of it is unbelievable. And so I literally had this dream one night, and I woke up and I just got a notebook and started making notes and drawing stuff that I saw. And so then I went towards and put together Gateway Rehab Foundation. So one of the things that we want to do, we have 4 programs. One is the rehab program, and that's just what I just explained. We'll have a small construction staff with years of experience, a foreman, a painter, electrician, and sometimes electrician and plumber are the same people, and definitely a carpenter, but the rest we will use volunteers. And Kim over at Habitat said she has so many volunteers, they can't build homes fast enough. So she can port those volunteers over to Gateway Rehab Foundation. And these are like groups like corporations, churches, and other organizations that just want to help rebuild and revitalize our community. And so Gateway Rehab Foundation will be able to take advantage of those volunteers. And plus the corporations, they give a certain amount of money to help you um, complete the project. And so the people will get a mortgage loan, and they already have these programs set up. I think there's this Justine Peterson. I think they do the mortgages for Beyond Housing, and I can't think of who Habitat works with. But the people come with a loan, and then they may, have 2 children, and they may need a 3-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. And so once we get this up and rolling and get these properties, then they will, say, hey, Ann, I have a family that is ready. They have their loan, and they need a 3-bedroom. Do you have one? And, one of the goals is to have properties in all of the school districts, so the children won't have to change schools necessarily. The other program is the Healthy Homes program. So when we build or rehab a home on that block, we're going to interview the other homeowners on the block and help them with needed repairs. So Habitat gets like 80,000 a year grant, and she's willing to give that to us for us to do the Healthy Homes projects part of it, because she says that's just not what they do. They get the money and it's really hard for them to use it. So I said, don't worry, we can use it, because just like with them, they'll build a new house and next door there could be a burned down home and it's just still sitting there and the people are moving in. With us, if it's a burned down home, because I own a construction company, we're going to demo that. We'll do the demolition, try to acquire the property, and then do a demo, because we want the whole block to look good. So we will paint fences, repair windows, do tuck pointing, and stuff like that. Put in new screen doors, just to help so the whole block looks good. So we always want to say that we rehab people and properties. Um, and to try to help the whole community. So we also are going to have not just healthy homes, we want to have healthy people. So I'm working with Washington University for people getting a doctorate's degree in behavioral health. And we're going to provide counseling for children, families, people that have gone through some traumas and stuff like that. So that program is called the self-care program. And we plan to build the self-care palace. And so with this Healthy Homes programs, we will be helping to keep the neighborhoods looking good once we get those there. Now, the transitional housing, women in crisis, families in crisis. Now, I used to work for United Way for 7 years, raising money, millions of dollars in the campaigns every year. And so I was on the advisory board of one of the agencies where women coming out of prison convicted of nonviolent crimes were they were trying to help them to get their children back. And one of the main problems was housing. because you didn't have work history anymore because you've been locked up. And so we're going to provide transitional housing for them and get them hooked up with some of the other agencies that help them to get jobs, maybe help them to get suits for interviews and stuff like that. And we're going to let them stay, as you can see, for up to 12 months until they get a job and get on their feet. And we're also going to help them to get another place. Because the other thing that Gateway Rehab Foundation does is we're going to buy a bunch of properties, fix them up, and sell them to low to moderate income buyers. But we're also going to rent some of those properties out, and some of them will be saved for transitional housing programs. And I am going to be also looking for multifamily, um, like apartments with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments to help these families. And then the other part of the transitional housing is families in crisis. If they have a person that's ill and they have to come here to Barnes or whatever, it's kind of like the Ronald McDonald model. But we will allow them to stay there, and we will transport them back and forth to the hospital as they need. Um, and then the other is for the veterans, because I myself have a veteran in my family who always becomes homeless. And I know I could see the mindset and that they need the help. So we'll have transitional housing for veterans. And then we also have transitional housing for youth coming out of the Division of Family Services custody, because at 18, they release them and they're just on their own. And remembering when I was 18, I don't think I would survive if I didn't have family that could take me or whatever. So those are the transitional housing programs. And then we also have a pay it forward program that we're going to develop later. But since I'm in the construction business, we are timing out for good construction workers, and not enough youth are coming into the field. So we'll have a program to help them to decide if they would like to be in the construction business. So we'll have volunteers that do all kinds of construction that will come in and teach them some things and see what they grasp and see if this is a good fit for them for a career, and then help them to get with the unions and stuff like that. So what I'm looking for today is we definitely need volunteers. I have 3 buildings that I'm going to build because Gateway Rehab Foundation is going to do a daycare, and the building is 11,500 square feet. And we're in a daycare desert in St. Louis City, so that will accommodate quite a few children. So we'll be hiring teachers, administrative people. We're creating a lot of jobs in the city, which I think is going to really help families. So what I'm looking for is people who would pledge. We're trying to raise $542,000 even. And and I also am looking for mentors and to develop an advisory board. So if you are would like to help us and partner with us with any of that, please let me know. I will put my information in the chat. And my email is Ann, ANN, at gatewayrehabfoundation.org. And my phone number is 314-409-8298. And also, if anybody is good at website building, I have paid for the Wix, but I can't get it right. So if anybody knows how to help with that, I would really appreciate it. All right. Thank you all.